She wasn't born. She was made. Made in silence. Made in pain. And now, she was alone. A war was eating the stars. Big ships fought like angry beasts in the sky. Explosions danced like fireworks. Planets burned. Millions died. And far from all of that, one moon stayed quiet. Broken. Cold. Forgotten. A human pilot, Jack's rider, crashed on that moon. His ship had no fuel. No weapons. Just fire, smoke, and a prayer. He stumbled out of the wreckage, coughing. The sky was black above him. No sun. No hope. His hand pressed to his bleeding side. Great, he muttered. Just perfect. This moon was not on any map. It was dead. No signals. No sound. But Jax heard something. Breathing. Very soft. Not human. He followed the sound into the ruins of an old alien building. Walls cracked. Machines dead. Shadows everywhere. Then he saw her. She was curled in the corner, glowing faint blue. Not quite a child. Not quite a woman. Her silver skin was cut and bruised. Her white eyes blinked slowly. For a moment she looked like a ghost. Jax raised his hand. I'm not here to hurt you. She didn't speak. I crashed here, just trying to survive. Still nothing. Then she whispered, They will come. You shouldn't have found me. Jax moved closer. Who will come? The ones who made me. Her voice was strange. Soft like music in a dream, but full of pain. Jax saw metal pieces on her arms. Wires inside her skin. She looked half alive and half machine. You're hurt, he said. She looked away. Good. Why? Because if I stay weak, I won't become what they want. What do they want? She didn't answer. She stared at the stars through a hole in the roof. Then she said, They called me Valera. That was my name. Before. Before what? Before they turned me into a monster. Jax sat down, keeping his hands visible. He spoke gently. I've seen monsters. You're not one. You don't know me. Then tell me. Valera closed her eyes. I was part of Project Voidskin, a secret weapon. They gave me powers. Pain. Rage. I was supposed to destroy the enemy. Did you? I ran away. A low beep echoed from the wall. Valera's eyes went wide. No. What is that? They're tracking me. Jax stood up fast. We need to go. No, she said. If they catch me, they will reset my mind. I'll kill everything. And if we stay here? They will kill you. Jax thought for a second. Then said, I'm already dying. Might as well do something brave. Valera blinked. You humans are strange. Jax smiled. You glowing alien girls aren't too normal either. Suddenly, a voice buzzed through Jax's broken radio. This is Unit 9. Target is active. Lock on location. Prepare containment. Valera's glow turned brighter. They're close. What happens if they touch you? I change. Into what? She didn't answer. Outside, shadows moved in the sky. Silent alien hunter drones circled the moon. Black metal creatures landed softly on the rocks, scanning. Valera began to shake. Her skin flickered with light. Her hands sparked. I can't hold it back, she said. You can, Jax said. You're not their weapon. You're you. Her eyes locked onto his. And for the first time, someone saw her not as a weapon, but as a person. Outside, death was coming. Inside, something stronger was waking up. She had no home, no family, just a purpose, someone else's purpose. But now, someone had looked at her and didn't see a monster. The ruins shook in silence. Outside, black hunter ships circled like hungry wolves. Inside, Jax and Valera hid beneath broken metal and dust, both holding their breath. Valera's skin still glowed faint blue. Her heart pounded too fast. She was close, too close to losing control. Jax saw the pain in her eyes. Hey, he whispered. It's okay. She looked down. No, Jax, it's not. You don't know what I am. Then tell me, he said. Help me understand. Valera hesitated. Her voice was quiet. You'll leave. Everyone leaves. Jax shook his head. I didn't crash here to run away. Valera stared at the wall for a moment, then finally spoke. I wasn't born like this, she said. I was changed. Flashback. She was a child once, on a planet of silver trees and glowing skies. Peaceful place. But the war came. Her people were losing. The elders created Project Voidskin. They searched for children with special minds. Valera was taken. They called it honor. But it was not honor. It was pain. They cut her open, mixed her blood with starfire and shadow. Her skin became strange. Her eyes glowed. Her body healed fast. Too fast. She screamed for her parents. But no one came. I broke out, Valera whispered. I used my powers to escape. I ran, hid, until I landed here. Jax was silent. You were just a kid. I still am, she said. But not really. Her hands sparked again. The energy inside her was rising. Angry. Hungry. They made me a weapon, Jax. I was meant to kill. Not feel. Not think. Just obey. But you ran, he said. You made a choice. Valera looked at him, surprised. Yes, I did. That means you're not a monster. She laughed. A little. You humans always hope so much. Jax smiled. It's what we do. Suddenly, the old wall panel blinked red. A voice echoed through the ruins. Containment protocol ready. Subject must be captured alive. Lethal force allowed for secondary targets. Valera's glow flickered. Her hands clenched. They'll kill you, she said. Let them try, Jax answered. She stood. No, I won't let you die for me. Then let's survive together. They moved quickly, deeper into the underground tunnels. Long-dead machines sparked as they passed. The ruins felt like a graveyard. But something else was down there, watching. Valera stopped suddenly. This place, she said. I know it. You've been here before? She nodded. This was one of the labs. I was made right here. She placed her hand on a cold wall. It lit up, showing old symbols and blueprints. Jax stared. What is that? The design for my body. Every part. Every cell. She turned to Jax, her voice shaking. Do you still think I'm just a girl? Jax looked into her glowing eyes. You're more than that. You're someone who escaped. Valera took a step back. I don't know who I am anymore. He stepped forward. Then let's find out. Together. Above them, the hunter ships lowered. Inside the lab, the past whispered. And the girl from the stars faced a question she had never dared ask. What if I could be something else? Something free? They didn't come with fire. They didn't speak. They came like ghosts, silent, patient, and deadly. The sky above the broken moon had turned black. Not from night, but from shadows. Hunter ships hovered without sound. Their shapes sharp like blades. Their lights red and cold. They scanned every rock, every ruin. No warning. No mercy. And underground, in the heart of an old lab, Valera stopped breathing. They're here, she said. Jax stepped beside her, holding his blaster tight. Then we stay quiet. Valera shook her head. No, you don't understand. What? They're not just hunters. They're the final kind. Flashback. Whispers from her mind. Back in the project days, when she was still learning to stand after transformation, Valera heard rumors. Some test subjects who escaped were hunted down, not by soldiers but by machines that wore the faces of men. The final kind. Living trackers. Silent killers. They could smell fear. They could mimic voices. And once they locked on, no one survived. Jax heard a low click from above. Then another. Then silence again. They're walking, he said. Valera closed her eyes. No, they're listening. The lights in the lab flickered. The machines from the past hummed for a second, then died. They've cut the power, Jax whispered. They want us scared, Valera said. They feed on it. Suddenly, a sound broke the silence. Tap, tap, tap. Footsteps. But not like normal ones. Too smooth. Too perfect. Jax aimed his blaster at the hallway. A voice called out. Valera! It was soft, familiar. Her mother's voice. Valera's eyes filled with tears. "That's not real," she whispered. "Valera, come home." "Stop," she said, shaking her head. "You are safe now." "No," Valera cried, stepping back. Jax looked confused. "Who's talking?" "They're copying my memory, using it against me." The hallway filled with fog. From it, a tall figure stepped forward. Half armor, half flesh. No face, just a glowing red dot where eyes should be. Spoke again, this time in Jax's voice. "Valera, I believe in you," she screamed. Her skin glowed hard. Her eyes turned white. Her body sparked with power. She dropped to her knees. "No, no, no," she whispered. "I can't change. Not here. Not in front of him." Jax knelt beside her. "You don't have to. I can't hold it, Jax. If I change, I'll lose control." The hunter stepped closer. Jax fired. Once. Twice. Nothing. The thing didn't even flinch. Valera opened her eyes. She saw Jax, brave, trying to protect her. And she made a choice. "Run," she said. "I'm not leaving you. Please." Jax stood up, looked at the monster in the hallway, and said, "Then we fight." Valera screamed. A pulse of white light blasted from her chest. The walls shook. Dust flew. And her body changed. Long limbs. Glowing veins. Sharp edges growing from her arms. She looked terrifying. But her eyes, still gentle, still her. The hunter charged. Valera moved faster. She struck the creature so hard it shattered the wall behind it. Sparks flew. The thing twitched, then went still. Jax stared. She stood there, chest rising and falling, glowing, trembling. Then she looked at him. "I didn't hurt you," she whispered. "You saved me," Jax said. She looked down at her claws, disgusted. "I look like them. You're nothing like them." She closed her eyes. "I don't know how long I can hold the monster back." Jax stepped forward. "Then I'll stay by your side. Until the end." Above, more hunter ships were coming. Below, the girl who didn't want to be a weapon had just become one. But something had changed. She had someone to protect. And monsters who protect are the most dangerous kind. Fire. That's how it always began. Not just in the sky, but inside her. Pain first, then power. And every time she used it, she forgot a little more of who she was. Valera stood in the ruins, her arms shaking, her breath heavy. Her body was changing back now, slowly. The claws retracted. The glow dimmed. Her skin became soft again. But inside, the fire still burned. Jax stepped forward. "You okay?" Valera didn't answer. She looked down at her hands. The same hands that had just broken a killing machine into pieces. The same hands that once held a toy on her homeworld. Before the labs. "I heard it," she whispered. "I could have killed more." "But you didn't," Jax said. "You stopped. You chose to stop." Valera sat on the floor, her back against the cold wall. "No," she said softly. "The weapon they made, it wanted more." Flashback. The day she changed. The fire wasn't from war. It was from a lab room deep underground where children screamed. Valera had been the quiet one. The one they called Subject Blue. The scientists used strange tools. They cut her mind with chemicals. Burned her memories. Burned her body. Every time she cried, they gave her more pain. They said it was necessary. They said, "You'll thank us when your people survive." But what was the point of surviving if she became something else? She remembered looking in a mirror. Her eyes were glowing. Her voice was gone. And the fire had just started. Back in the present, Jax sat beside her. "Valera," he said, "what they did to you, that wasn't your choice." She looked at him with tired eyes. "But now the monster lives inside me. Every time I fight, it wakes up. You don't have to fight alone anymore." She smiled just barely. "I don't deserve someone like you," she said. Jax replied, "Maybe not, but I'm still here." A screen on the wall blinked to life. Old data from the alien lab began to play. Files. Images. A video. Valera's face. Years younger. Screaming. Surrounded by wires. Jax stared in horror. You were just a kid. They erased who I was, she said. And built something they could control. Can they still control you? Valera's glow flickered. They're trying. She pointed to her head. I still hear them. In here. Voices. Commands. Triggers. If they get too close, they can flip the switch. Jax stood up. Then we leave before they do. Valera walked to a console. The lab's core is still active, she said. If I connect with it, I can shut down my tracking signal. But is it safe? No, she said. But it's a chance. Jax placed a hand on her shoulder. Then I'll protect you. Valera turned to him. You keep saying that. Because I mean it. She placed her hand on the console. The system lit up. A bright beam of data connected with her skin. She screamed. Jax stepped forward, but the system pushed him back with energy. Valera's mind was pulled into the network. She saw her past. All of it. Every scream. Every test. Every kill. She saw other children who didn't survive. Saw their names deleted. Saw her name placed above them all. Weapon 001, Valera. Her body shook. But then, something happened. She saw a new memory. One not placed there by her creators. A campfire. A voice. I believe in you, Jax. That memory was hers. Real. She focused on it. And the fire inside began to calm. Suddenly, the system shut off. Valera dropped to her knees, gasping. Jax ran to her. Are you okay? She smiled faintly. I shut the signal. They can't track me anymore. Then we're safe. She looked up. No, not yet. The wall screen flickered again. This time it showed something worse. A giant red countdown. Midnight. Jax frowned. What is that? Valera stood slowly. Protocol Omega. What's that mean? They plan to destroy this moon. Everything on it. In 24 hours. Jax looked around. But why now? Valera's voice was cold. They know I'm still alive. Outside, stars kept burning. Inside, the girl from Fire remembered who she was. But now she had 24 hours to become something new, or vanish forever. Some people run to live. Some people run to hide. But Valera, she was running to stay herself. The countdown echoed in her head. 23 hours, 41 minutes, 19 seconds. The number glowed red on the old lab screen. Jax stared at it. They're going to wipe the moon. Valera nodded. Everything. Me. You. This place. They want to erase the mistake. You're not a mistake, Jax said quickly. But Valera didn't answer. She was already walking fast, toward the old lift shaft. We have to leave now, she said. Jax followed her through broken hallways and cracked stone. Do we have a ship? He asked. There's one buried in the outer valley, Valera said. It was hidden when I escaped. Does it work? Half. That's better than none. Outside, the sky was shifting. The hunter ships had stopped circling. Now they waited, watching, like they knew she had nowhere to run. In the distance, lightning sparked. A strange storm was building, metal clouds, red rain, caused by the energy of Protocol Omega charging up above the moon's surface. Valera kept moving, but she was slowing down. Jax noticed. You're hurting. I'm fine. You're shaking. Valera stopped. Her eyes flickered. The connection from the lab. It woke something inside me. Can they control you again? No. But, she held her head. They want me to run. That's part of the game. What do you mean? If I escape, they can say the weapon turned rogue. Then they can start the war again. Blame it on me. Jax stepped closer. Then what do you want? Valera looked at him. I want to be real. They reached the edge of a canyon. Below, half covered in dust and wires, was the ship. A sleek alien craft, shaped like a bird with broken wings. We need to power it, Valera said. Jax climbed down first. He pried open the engine bay. Fuel's dry. Batteries dead. Then we need a core. There's one back at the mining station, Jack said. Old, but strong enough. That's 3 clicks away. Then we run. As they turned back, a figure stepped from the shadows. A human soldier, wearing the symbol of the Allied forces. Jax raised his weapon. Stand down. The soldier smiled. Too wide, too smooth. Valera stepped in front of Jax. It's not real. The soldier's body shifted. Metal bones, silver skin, glowing red eyes. A mimic. Another final kind hunter. Run! Valera shouted. But Jax didn't move. You get the core. I'll distract it. Valera stared at him. No, you won't survive. Neither will we if that ship doesn't fly. She clenched her fists. Her body glowed again, unstable. The fire was rising. Jax placed a hand on her shoulder. Don't lose yourself. Please. Valera looked into his eyes and made the choice. She turned and ran, faster than light, back through the canyon, toward the old mining station. Her feet barely touched the ground. Her mind raced with voices, memories, warnings. You are a weapon. You are property. You are nothing. But one voice cut through them all. Jax's. You're real. Back at the mining station, Valera broke the door open. Inside, the lights flickered. Rats scattered. Machines hissed with age. She found the core. Heavy. Glowing. Alive. She lifted it with a groan. Her body sparked. Pain burned in her arms. But she didn't stop. She wouldn't let Jax die for her. Back at the canyon, Jax was fighting. Dodging. Shooting. Bleeding. The mimic was fast. But not as fast as Jax's will to survive. Then Valera returned. Glowing like a star. She threw the core into the ship. It lit up. Engines blinked alive. Jax dove in. Valera followed. The door shut. The ship shook. And rose. Behind them, the moon began to crack. Protocol Omega had started. They had minutes before it burned everything. But they were flying. For now, they had hope. She had no mask. No armor. Just a body built for war. And a heart that wanted peace. The stolen ship shook as it broke through the moon's thin sky. Behind them, Protocol Omega activated. Valera watched through the window. The moon, the place of her birth, her pain, her escape, was collapsing into fire. Jax gripped the controls. Engines are holding, but we're not fast. Valera didn't respond. Her hands were tight around the armrests. Her eyes were glowing again, but not from rage. From fear. Inside her mind, she could still hear them. The voices. Reclaim the target. Trigger the Phase 2 form. No mercy. Her creators had built a final failsafe. An invisible chain inside her brain. It was now pulling tight. The more distance she put between herself and the lab, the more her body fought back. Valera turned to Jax. We're not free yet. You shut off the tracker. Yes, she said. But not the program. They're inside me. Still. Suddenly, the ship jolted. An alert lit up on the panel. Intercept signal incoming. Jax slammed a fist into the console. They're jamming us. Valera gasped and held her head. A low sound like static was whispering inside her skull. You cannot run. Her hands sparked. Her body began to shift. Valera! Jax shouted. Stay with me. She backed away from him, trembling. I can't stop it this time. I feel it taking over. You can fight it. You did before. That was before they activated the final stage. What happens now? Valera's voice dropped. I stop being me. Jax stood still. Then, without a word, he powered down the ship. All of it. Lights, shields, engines. Everything died. Silence filled the cockpit. Valera blinked. What did you do? No noise, he said. No signal. If they can't find us, maybe the program pauses too. Her hands stopped shaking. The sparks faded. The fire inside her stilled. A long silence passed. Then she whispered, You didn't run. I told you, Jack said. I'm not afraid of you. But you should be. You're not a monster, Valera. She turned her face toward the window, eyes glistening. Then why does the galaxy only want me dead? Because they're afraid. People fear what they don't control. Valera nodded slowly. And they don't control me. Jax smiled. Exactly. Suddenly, a ping echoed from the ship's comms. A human distress signal. Jax checked it. It's a nearby outpost. Human base. Maybe they can help us. Valera hesitated. Your people might not be better than mine. Maybe, Jax said. But they aren't hunters. And we need fuel. She nodded. Okay, we try. Hours later, the human outpost. The ship landed rough. The human soldiers rushed out. Guns drawn. They scanned Valera immediately. She's alien. She's glowing. She's void-skin. Valera raised her hands. I'm not here to fight. Jax stepped forward. She's with me. Then you're under arrest too, the commander said. They were locked in separate cells. Jax slammed the walls. You don't understand. She's not the enemy. But the base commander just stared at Valera. We've heard of this one. She was on the council's kill list. She saved me, Jax argued. She saved a human. And how long before she stops saving and starts destroying? Valera sat in silence, listening, feeling the fear in every human around her. They didn't see her. Not really. Only what she could become. Inside the cold white cell, she whispered to herself, I don't want to be their weapon. I don't want to be your enemy. I only want to be free. And somewhere deep inside her, the monster waited. But for the first time, it was listening. Outside the cell, alarms were rising. Something was coming. Not from space, but from inside the base. A choice would soon arrive. Be the monster they feared, or the hero they never expected. They gave her a body that could destroy stars, but they could never touch her heart. They gave her orders, but she was learning to say no. The alarms howled across the human outpost. Lights flashed red. Doors locked. Soldiers shouted. But no one noticed the real danger. Not outside. Inside. Valera sat in her cell, head down, hands glowing faint blue. The fire inside her had calmed, for now. But it was watching. Waiting. Across the hallway, Jax pounded his fist against the glass. Let her go, he shouted. She's not your enemy. The commander stared at him coldly. Maybe not. But she's not your friend either. Jax leaned closer. You don't get it. She could have killed me. She didn't. She could have killed all of you. And she still hasn't. The commander paused. Then slowly, almost nervously, turned to Valera's cell. I don't care what she hasn't done, he said. I care what she can do. Suddenly, boom, the power went out. The ground shook. And in the dark, the monster came home. Not Valera. The hunters. Final kind, fully armed, had landed outside the base. Their mission: recover or destroy the weapon. No survivors. Inside the power-failed base, emergency lights blinked. Jax grabbed a pipe. No gun. No time. The commander reached for the panic trigger. But it was too late. The first wall exploded, and a hunter stepped through the fire. Tall, glowing red. No face. No soul. Valera's cell door hissed open. Backup power failed. She stepped into the hallway. Her eyes met the hunter's. Her hands began to burn with white-blue fire. Jax shouted, Valera, wait! But she was already walking forward. I'm tired of running, she said. The hunter charged. Valera stood still. And at the last second, she vanished. Faster than light. She reappeared behind it, striking with all her strength. The floor cracked. The walls bent. The hunter fell. But more were coming. Jax watched as Valera lit up the entire hallway like a star. She didn't scream. She didn't lose control. She chose every hit, every move, every life saved. Not because she was a weapon, because she was human enough to care. More soldiers joined the fight. The commander stared in shock as Valera shielded injured humans with her own body. She's protecting us, he whispered. Then, the enemy brought out their final weapon. A sky bomb, programmed to wipe the base and the girl in one blast. It hovered above the sky, charging. Jax looked at Valera. That blast will kill everything. Valera stepped forward. Then I'll stop it. No, he said. You won't survive. She smiled. I was never supposed to survive. I was only ever supposed to obey. But today, I choose. She flew up, glowing brighter than the sun. The clouds parted around her. The bomb locked onto her heat signature. But she didn't run. She closed her eyes. And burned. The explosion lit the sky like a second sunrise. Everything went silent. And when the light faded, she was gone. Later, the war stopped. For a moment, news spread of the alien girl, who gave her life to save both sides. Some called her a myth. Some called her a weapon. Only Jax called her what she truly was. Hope, in the shape of a girl. Epilogue. Somewhere in deep space, a flicker of white-blue light moved between the stars. A whisper, soft, broken, but alive. Jax, I'm not done yet.